Cicero, statesman, philosopher, and moral compass. We've done many videos on Cicero on our Renaissance Spirit channel, but who was Cicero and why is his philosophy so relevant today? What can a Roman orator living through the dying days of the Republic teach us about the dangers of our modern world? More importantly, what would he say about the rise of strongmen, the decay of democracy, and the return of Trump to the White House? History, as we often remind you, is not dead. It echoes, it warns, and if we refuse to listen, it punishes. My name is Scott Layton, and I'll be your host for this fascinating look at the man and his genius and what we can learn from him today. This is just a starting point. For more information, I invite you to watch our first-person narratives where Cicero addresses his modern audience from his point of view. But first, let's get to know the man and his philosophy better. Marcus Tullius Cicero was more than just a thinker. He was a warrior of words, a man who stood at the precipice of tyranny and dared to resist. Born in 106 BCE, he was a self-made man in an era dominated by aristocratic privilege. A statesman who believed that Rome's greatest strength was its res publica, the public thing, the commonwealth, the shared governance of free citizens. But Cicero lived in dangerous times. He saw firsthand how the Republic, built on law and debate, crumbled under the weight of personal ambition and populist demagoguery. He fought against Julius Caesar's rise to dictatorship, warned against Marc Antony's power grabs, and in the end, he paid the ultimate price executed, his severed hands and head nailed to the rostra as a warning to others. What was his crime? Speaking truth, exposing corruption, defending democracy against those who would dismantle it for personal gain. Fast forward 2 millennia, and the shadows of Rome's fall stretch ominously across our own political landscape. The return of Trump to the White House, the rise of figures like Elon Musk and J.D. Vance, and the creeping normalization of authoritarianism demand that we revisit Cicero's warnings. What would he tell us today? According to Cicero, a healthy republic is one governed by virtues, virtue, duty, and a commitment to the common good. A decaying republic, however, falls into the hands of men who exploit fear, manipulate the masses, and place personal power above all else. Sound familiar? Trump's presidency, marred by attacks on democratic norms, alliances with autocrats, and a relentless campaign to undermine truth itself, mirrors the very dangers Cicero warned against. The erosion of institutions, the weaponization of populist anger, and the cult of personality. These are not new threats. They are the very forces that led to the fall of Rome. Elon Musk, a modern patrician with the power of an emperor, flirts with authoritarianism while controlling vast swaths of public discourse. His ownership of Twitter, now X, is not just about free speech. It's about controlling narratives, amplifying extremist voices, and bending reality to his will. And J.D. Vance? A man who once wrote eloquently about the struggles of the working class, only to now align himself with Trump's brand of reactionary politics. Like many senators in Cicero's time, he has chosen expediency over principle, power over country. The parallels are striking. The question is, will we listen? Rome's descent into dictatorship did not just doom the Republic, it destabilized the world. Wars followed. Civil strife engulfed the Mediterranean. The grand experiment of self-rule was replaced by emperors who ruled by whim, by force, by fear. Today, the return of Trump is not just an American problem, it is a global one. According to international analysts, Trump's leadership made the world less stable, emboldening authoritarians from Vladimir Putin to Xi Jinping. His disdain for NATO, his erratic foreign policy, his withdrawal from global commitments, these did not strengthen America, they weakened it, and they made the world more dangerous. What happens if Trump returns? Alliances may crumble, climate action could stall, conflicts may escalate, and just as Cicero saw in his own time, the decay of one great republic can send shockwaves across the world. We stand, as he did, at a crossroads. Cicero's greatest hope was that the people of Rome would awaken, that they would see through the lies and manipulations of power-hungry men and fight for the Republic. That same hope must guide us now. The Renaissance spirit is not just about studying history, it is about living it, engaging with the past as a dialogue, a conversation that shapes our future. Cicero's Rome did not listen, and it fell. Will we listen? Or will we allow fear, greed, and deception to erode our democracy, leaving future generations to mourn what we lost? Thank you for watching. Our channel, Renaissance Spirit, is dedicated to the pursuit of a just, equitable, and humanitarian world. We explore history, politics, society, and culture, drawing lessons from Rome and beyond. Because history is not dead, only our understanding of it is. Will our descendants see us as guardians of truth, protectors of democracy, and stewards of the earth? Or will they curse our inaction, our cowardice, our failure to rise when it mattered most? The Renaissance ushered in an age of learning and reason. Will we embrace that spirit, or will we let ignorance and tyranny reign once more? Subscribe, turn on notifications, share this video, and take our quiz to see if you are living the Renaissance spirit. History warns us. Will we listen?